Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Kael Quickcard, and welcome to Civilization 4, specifically the Ashes of Erebus mod, which turns the whole game into a high fantasy setting, which features a lot of things that you would recognize, or at least find familiar seeming. If you are familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Warhammer, I mean, this mod really does just have it all. I am going to be playing as a civilization called the Shi'im, and we are basically here to destroy the world. Now, the UI in this game is ridiculously small, so I'm going to have to read off a lot of stuff as I go through this, just to explain it. But, yeah. To simplify things, my goal is to destroy the world. I'm going to turn the entire world into an inhospitable hellscape. But to do that, first, we are going to need a city. And this does look like the best option. Oh, yeah, that's got plenty of resources. And the name of our first city shall be Harbinger. One of the first things we're going to want... Let's see. There's a lot of stuff in this mod that I am not familiar with. This is a mod. Originally, there was the Fall from Heaven 2 mod, which laid down the basis of the high fantasy material. There are additional mods built on top of that, and then Ashes of Erebus is a mod built on top of those mods. So I'm familiar with a lot of the stuff here, but other bits I am not. Like, I don't know about this Duskbringer. Okay, so this actually replaces the warrior and starts with the ability to cast spells, very weak spells. Specifically, it's starting with the tier 1 spells, channeling 1. It's also starting with the death 1 spell. That is interesting, but it's not as strong in melee combat, unfortunately. I think the first thing I want to do is get another scout going out, just so we can start mapping the area. So here is my scout. We've also got a 7 pines over here. If we can build a city that works that spot, it will give me enchantment mana, +1 happiness. Mana determines what sort of spells your characters can have access to. The Duskbringer, by starting out with the death spell, can summon a skeleton. And skeletons are actually permanent. A lot of summons disappear after the turn that they are summoned ends. Skeletons do not. So I can very quickly raise a very significant force. First thing we are going to do, though, is just explore. Oh, okay, I have already met another civilization. I've met the Kyriatatis. Interesting. So they are... They're kind of a civilization that's built of a lot of races sort of working together in unison. And it is not surprising that they don't like me right away, because they are lawful good and I am chaotic evil. Okay, that's all I can do on this. Oh, nope, I should pick Pick whatever science I want to research. Okay. So there's all sorts of stuff here. Whole lot of technologies I'm not familiar with. I'm assuming the red ones are ones that I cannot research. So I've started with agriculture. Eventually I want to build up to, let's see, where is that, is it Way of the Wicked? Yeah, eventually I want to work up to Way of the Wicked, because this is going to let me start repeatedly building over and over a project called Elegy of the Shame, which increases the Armageddon counter. And also possibly the Ashen Veil religion. Where the hell is the Ashen Veil? Knowledge of the Ether. Philosophy. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Corruption of Spirit. Which founds the Ashen Veil. But I have no idea what I need to research in order to get there. Luckily, we just click on it. It seems to know the way. So, alright, it does lead to Way of the Wicked. Alright. In that case, we're going to start with our study of mysticism. That should suffice. Alright. So here is my skeleton. Why do I have roads? I already have, like, roads here. I don't know why. Only one skeleton available per summoner. Here's the Karyotate. So, the big problem with having them right here is that their civilization trait... Oh, God, and there's another one right here. Their cities get to work extra tiles. And so they can get big, huge, giant super cities that can absolutely outproduce anything I can field. What the hell are those? Yeah, let's take a look at the civics. That all looks fine for now. Scouts. Are those like rat people? I think those might be rat people, or maybe cats. We've got a graveyard here. I could explore the graveyard. But you really don't want to be exploring this stuff until later. Oh! Okay, alright. Right on the other side of the Karyotats, we actually have the Caliban. They're basically a nation ruled by a vampiric, hedonistic upper class. I may actually have to clarify because it doesn't sound too different from actual reality. But they are literal vampires. So we've actually got evil guys on both sides. Okay, that actually works. I do want to make a small change. I want to turn off that right-click menu. And then the skeleton goes up here. Interesting. I don't know why there's already roads here, honestly. That's... there was a, there was an option for, like, city ruins. I wonder if the roads and stuff are part of that option. Either way, I absolutely want to expand very quickly. Okay. There's a lot of resource... Oh, crap. Another graveyard. Dang. This might be a little rough. Astrologers report that the open tome has moved into prominence. This constellation is sacred to Ogma, and your researchers make significant progress during this period. Okay, so I get 58 science points towards mysticism. That's good. We've explored about as much as we can there. I have to be very careful. There can be all sorts of wild beasts. The Arms of God has moved into prominence. This constellation is sacred to Succulus, something. Healers report sudden and often miraculous recovery from diseases among your people. Okay. They don't have a settler there, do they? No. Okay, it's just the scout. Let's check out here. The villagers gave me gold. That's nice. The map itself is also going to be very distinct from... Oh, yeah, that's a griffin. Okay. That is a griffin. The map is going to be very different from a normal civilization map as well. It is not designed to be balanced. The terrain is going to be very much more fantasy-esque. There will be large expanses of specific terrain types. There will be mountain ranges that very much cut off different parts of the maps, leaving only narrow ways of progressing. There's going to be a lot of stuff like that. Oh, crap. Damn. Please don't kill me. Oh, no, that's not a griffin. That's a Pegasus. Oh. I didn't know there were Pegasus in this. That's one of those things that was, built on top of the original Fall from Heaven. In that case, let's get another Duskbringer. We've almost finished researching mysticism. Okay, that is a lion. Scouts do get increased bonuses when fighting against animals. We can see the Calibim scouts are wandering around. Mysticism. Even in the distant past, before the gods had revealed their designed presence to us, we felt an unidentifiable longing, a yearning for some greater purpose, and some guidelines for our existence. Even then, a part of us must have known. Jobin Saras, the Scholar, enables me to use the God King Civic. Lets me build planar gates. That is a unique thing for my civilization, which randomly spawns outer planar creatures which will join my civilization. That sounds awesome. Lets me build elder councils to do more science, pagan temples for some extra culture, and dowsing reveals all resources on the team, on the map for your team for an additional +5 turns. Interesting. It may genuinely be best to go ahead and research God King. So knowledge of the ether leads... If we do this, I can start building up toward magic users more quickly, which is probably a good idea. My specific character actually has bonuses for summoners and arcane units. So... The Duskbringer doesn't passively gain experience the same way that other spellcasters do. I have a greater than 99.9% chance of winning this fight against the lion. Good job, Scout. This skeleton is doing a great job scouting. Alright, now we can upgrade our scout, get some kind of bonus. So our options are really improving attack and defense in forests and jungles. Also, apparently obscured line of sight. Immunity to that? I didn't even know that's a thing. Hills attack and defense. A plus 20% chance to withdraw from battle if it's going bad. Drill and strength. Normal upgrades for civilization floor. Just basic increases in power. Extra chance of getting first strikes. And then promote unit, forfeit promotion for level. Oh, you're just saying don't get an upgrade for that level. We're just going to have him fortify. I don't know exactly what I will want that scout to be doing just yet. A lot of interesting stuff up that way. I really want to make sure that I am... like the first to claim this spot. Unfortunately, the geography is not particularly favorable. Oh! The Latum Frigus. Okay, this supplies ice mana? This is a holy site for the Ilians. Basically a snow god worshipping cult. Alright. Here is my first Harbinger. We have 2 turns until the city grows again. Your units have spotted a unicorn outside of Harbinger. We can kill it and get 25 gold. We can kill it to give +1 health. Or we could just kill it to increase the amount of stored food. I think that actually makes us grow faster, but we're already going to grow in 2 turns anyway. Over the long term, health is the best option. And we will summon another skeleton. Okay. The corridors beneath Letum Frigus are abandoned. Your troops imagine the sounds of the battle between Kylorin and Malkarn still echo through the halls and examine the gouges and hollow chambers for evidence of the conflict. A sacred fissure a scarred fissure may have been the blast of a god. The shards of a massive stalagmite may have been an errant strike of the God Slayer. Despite the legend of the site, your troops don't discover anything of value. Fair enough. That's just the way it be sometimes. Skeleton, I want you to head to Seven Pines and protect it. And Harbinger goes up to level 3. So we are immediately going to switch construction over to a settler. Skeletons are not strong at all. Why are you so damaged? I don't understand why the skeleton is Oh, skeleton's dead. Yeah. That's fine. I can quite literally summon another one. Boom. And that is why summoning powers are very, very broken. Skeleton, go ahead and defend. Skeleton, defend the Seven Pines. I want that place for myself. Every civilization's capital building starts out by giving them some mana. In particular, my Sham Palace gives me dimensional mana, chaos mana, and death mana. And as I start to be able to build better spellcasters, basically the spells that they are able to learn depend on the types of mana that my empire has access to. So with death mana, I can have them start to learn death spells. And the tier 1 death spell is this summoning skeleton. Yeah. I don't know enough about which spells specifically are in Ashes of Erebus to be much more specific than that at this time. Well, I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. A demonic barrow. A demonic barrow has appeared. Okay, that is a problem. I really don't want them there. And yet... Okay, archers are attacking my skeleton. That is a lot of arrows. Seriously? Okay, skeleton just won that fight. Holy crap, man. Well, let's go in. We're just going to promote to plus 40% damage versus melee units. And we have a 94.2% chance of just taking this place right now. Well, there's the 6%. Okay. Entire force start marching down south. We cannot just leave a demonic barrow there. Also, let's get another skeleton. It's so great just being able to get a new skeleton every time they take out one. Oh, that's an interesting place. Ooh, I wonder if this honestly might be an amazing place for a city. Like, we've actually got good food resources. There's plenty of production. The mountains prevent attacks from 3 sides. Or from 4 sides. That's kind of awesome. Alright, we're going to have the skeletons go first. Alright, everybody move in. Alright, we got animals. Honestly, let's just go for strength. And take him down. Good. Alright, there's a dungeon here. Dungeons are very risky things to explore. I fear what will happen if I explore this lair. But I also do have 4 units stacked on it right now. We're going to give this scout better advantage against melee units as well. Since that is what we are going to be finding most often right now. Okay, we got a gorilla. We should be able to take the gorilla. Alright, we took the gorilla. Perfect. Strength for you. Fortify until healed. You're back up. Tiger. Oof. Only 58% chance against the tiger. Let's just fortify in case the tiger decides to attack us. It did. Okay, good. Alright. We are going to try and get rid of this demonic barrow. A strange material has caused your unit to mutate. I don't think that the undead unit is capable of mutating. Okay. Alright, I think we took care of it. There shouldn't be anything left there that can cause any trouble. What kind of a bonus? This one heals plus 10% after combat. Screw it. Why not? And then go back to the 7 Pines. Cool. Meanwhile, my scouts are just recovering. We're going to have a settler before long, and we're going to have knowledge of the ether in 6 turns. Skeleton is going to defend the Seven Pines. I believe in the lore of the game, this is where the gods of good and evil alike all initially had a compact, a set of rules that they all agreed to as to how the material world would be managed and their, non-interference to some degree. They're not exactly good at not interfering. Ooh, a stag. It has an age stat. Level 1, age 26. It has spells. Astrologers report the bronze owl has moved into prominence. This constellation is sacred to Serona, and your prophets predict that it signals a coming period of peace and happiness. Oh, well, that's nice. So 4 turns will have knowledge of the ether and a settler. This may be the edge of the whole continent. Oh god, no. Not even close to being able to fight against that. Okay, this is it. This is the continent. Fascinating. They've got way too much defense. Wait. Yeah, no, we'll both just move over there onto that spot. Okay. Knowledge of the ether. I'm telling you, this is the opportunity we've been seeking for decades. Soon we will be able to escape the boundaries of the material world. Don't you see? There is power there, power beyond your dreams, and that power could be ours, if we are but willing to take the smallest of risks. Surely the Council can approve of my proposition. Arian Sethrael, Mage Elder. This lets us build Adepts, Mage's Guild, which let me build Adepts, and a Catacomb Libralis, which gives a free Mage Guild in every city. That is very good. So I think being able to work water tiles is really good. I think I can completely block them from being able to develop any of the rest of the continent if I put off claiming the Seven Pines for a bit. Let's do it. And let's also put one of our Duskbringers and one skeleton over there for defense. Alright, we're gonna build the city. And this is near a bunch of reefs. So we will call this Reef Watch. There we go. And let's start by building a monument to build culture. The citizens of Reef Watch are rightfully asking to join the Caryatids, claiming... would make them pleased. Like, no. I just built you. You are 100% Shi'im. Alright. The problem is that the Kiritats Teddies, however the heck you say it, they actually just have overpowering metropolitan power. So we really need culture here to push them back. Eventually, the tensions between the Calibim and the Kiritats are absolutely going to devolve into war. And once they do... Oh! Mirus clan goblins are wandering into your lands, dumping their waste and poisoning the area. Oh, great. Okay, that is several goblins. That is a problem. I don't know if I can survive this. Crap. I might die. The skeletons are immune to poison. Yeah. God damn it. God damn it. I basically just lost all the stuff I was building in that city. Crap. Damn it. Ashes of Erebus, these mods will throw stuff at you. They will throw stuff at you you really don't want to have thrown at you. And it is not only possible, but not uncommon that your entire run can end up just destroyed. Okay, skeleton is good. We're going to go for the melee. So all that's left is the clan lord. But he's got so much defense. Scout, go ahead and take out that lion. We don't need more problems right now. I don't think I can win. No, I can't. I can't win. I can't win against 5 defense. Oh, good. I am the least powerful civilization in the entire world. And the cultural borders of the Kiritats just expanded again. I am kind of screwed at this point. Okay, philosophy leads to... Way of the Wicked. No. At this point, what I have to have is more military. And they're just going to be constantly building things to come after me now. Scout, why don't you head there? Yeah, they're just gonna be constantly picking on me now. Scout, head that way. Okay. Bronze Owl. Alright, we've taken our city back. Unfortunately, we basically lost everything. That's okay. A great prophet has been created far away. Alright. I wonder if that means someone is playing Grigori. Because that's pretty early for a great person. Okay, we got crafting. Let's work on philosophy now. I am in a very bad position, and Reef Watch is now the capital by default. Yeah, let's get a workboat. No, we don't need a workboat. Workboat's not going to do anything. Screw it. Go for the Elder Council. Oh, God. What now? Beastman? Oh, no. Okay. Crap. I don't think my scouts beat Beastmen. Then again, they are upgraded. Okay. Okay, that's good. Barbarians are truly nasty in this. Alright, we got a Duskbringer. Let's build an Elder Council. Duskbringer, I want you to stay here. But I want this skeleton to go back. Whoop, nope, don't want to delete it. Okay. That should be okay. They are starting to build up a real force there. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely some savages. Another great prophet has been born away. Elijah Arnold. If there's not a Grigori... Oh boy. Okay, now comes the problem. Turn 76, and now somewhere out there on the map is Orthus, a very powerful barbarian unit. Please, for the love of God, do not be on my continent. Philosophy. My study of philosophy has often been deemed frivolous. Philosophy, they will snort. Each answer yields only more questions, and yet a single answer in a dozen questions is better than none of either. Jobin Saris, the Scholar. We're going to research Way of the Wicked. I will get around to building a count. Okay, I want to see where Orcus has been created. Okay, that's a problem. There's a very high chance that Orthus is on my continent. Okay. Alright, that's bad. But he would have to fight through these other two first. Okay, here comes another beastman. Don't worry, I will expand when I am ready. I will expand when I am ready. Go, skeleton. Take out the beastmen. I also just think it's morally appropriate to use undead units for defense. No one's going to miss a skeleton if it loses the battle. And I have lost none of my people. Ethically correct necromancy. Astrologers report that the bear has moved into prominence. This constellation is sacred to Mulkarn, and some say it signals the coming of a fierce winter. Alright. Let's build a worker. Alright, we've got Way of the Wicked. We are now going to be able to do the Elegy of the Shame. So we can basically just build this over and over and over and over and over. And every time we do, it adds 5 points to the... Here we go. Corruption of Spirit to found a religion called the Ashen Veil. It will increase the Armageddon counter. And when the Armageddon counter starts getting higher, you start getting stuff like natural disasters. On the really high ends, parts of the world start to terraform into hellish terrain. Eventually, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are summoned. A whole new demonic civilization spawns in. It gets crazy. And if you raise the Armageddon counter all the way, it basically spawns a virtually indestructible neutral barbarian enemy that just takes out the whole world. Okay. Let's build... Let's get a settler. You don't have a settler there, do you? Okay. The Kiritatis have a settler. They are going to try and take the 7 Pines, I think. Either that, or they're just going to move to the more lush land over here. Are you actually going to build that right next to me? You absolute jerks. Alright, another great prophet, Abnoba, has been born in a faraway land. We now have a worker. That's good. Let's start building a mage's guild. And worker, get to work. So they can claim the 7 Pines. But they're going to have... Oh, the first religion has been founded. The Runes of Kilmorph have been founded in a faraway land. Orthus has been killed here by the Caliban. Alright, so at least that's not a problem anymore. I do have an entire... Oh, dear God. Ball has created Acheron the Red Dragon. Okay. So the Red Dragon civilization has now spawned somewhere. Someone also crafted... Okay, so that one's not going to be my problem. Someone also cast For the Horde, which is a world spell. Every civilization has a world spell, which has basically spawned a crapload of barbarians onto the map. So that's an issue. But we should be okay. I am the 5th most advanced nation in the world. That does not bode well. Okay. They're not causing me any trouble. Bronze Owls moved into prominence. That doesn't mean anything for me. I do wonder if it isn't in my best interest to start whittling away at them with my skeleton. Okay, that's good. Very nice. Okay, more advantage against melee units. That's really good if they're going to start fighting over there. For my next settler... here is probably the best place I could build. Your advisors report that your agricultural advisor has been acting strangely. She has been painting the cows to see if it influences milk production and planting corn on rooftops to keep the foxes from getting into it. They say something must be done. I could say her experiments may be expensive, but I encourage radical thinking among my advisors, which is plus 10 culture in every city. But it also adds 3% inflation, or she's lost her mind, assigned a new agriculture advisor, which loses me 10 gold, but reduces inflation by 3%. I want the culture. I absolutely want the culture. Nagaron is already 33% Shiam by influence, which is fantastic. The culture was very important. Healer Reef? What does that even mean? I don't know what this Healer Reef Watch 47 counter is. Okay, Hearn has declared war on me. So I kind of need my skeleton back. They're moving in with 2 scouts. Okay, that's not good. But I don't think they're going to risk moving against me too much. Mage's Guild is doing okay. Let's see if we can't induce the Calibim to do something. Foreign advisor, I need my diplomacy. Diplomacy. Okay, just click on him. Let's discuss something else. What do you think of Herney? Herney is a petty criminal masquerading as a world leader. Okay. So, what would you need? Okay, you're not going to declare war on them. You are starting to build more forces. Okay, come on, skeleton. You have an 82% chance of winning against them. I will take that bet. I should not have taken that bet, but that's okay because we have another skeleton. Oh. The astrologers report that the coin has moved into prominence. This constellation is sacred to Mammon, and your governors report an increase in commerce and crime during this period. Okay, Duskbringer has leveled up. Grants mobility 1 to summoned units. That means that they are able to move further. So we can take out this scout. Cool. We're doing all right. Luckily, they didn't really seem to have much force to use against us. Nagarond is now 83% sham by culture. So we are doing fantastically, honestly. Our researchers have made a technological breakthrough, rapidly advancing their progress. Alright, I discover a new religion next turn. We are going to retreat. Corruption of spirit. True power is always costly. However, I think I can safely say that the rewards far outweigh any of the possible costs. Who cares for sanity when you can burn the people claiming you to be insane to cinders without a thought? Who cares for purity when this taint is so much more vitalizing? Who cares about the soul when the mind can break all boundaries without it? Said by my guy, my leader, Tebran Arbondi. And we have now founded the Ashen Veil, the dark, demonic, worshipping, evil religion. Begin the incantations. And then maybe we should start, like, working on some archery or something. Alright, we've got a savant. We're going to have the savant come over here in order to spread the religion. Nice. Hell yes. Look at that beautiful building. Let the Ashen Veil spread. 87% sham. We are starting to intrude pretty heavily on their cultural boundaries here as well. That's good. Money in the treasury is running low. We've got 28 gold and we're losing 3 a turn. But we can always decrease our science funding. But first, spread the religion. Let the Ashen Veil spread. Yeah, and already the Armageddon counter has gone up. by a few points just from founding that religion. 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100 Okay, that's good. Now let's build more Duskbringers. They're not powerful, but I can build them a lot faster than I can build Adepts. And Scout, we are going to move you over here to where we are going to build that next settler. They're having a lot of trouble. Nagaland is now 92% Shi'im by culture. Sure. This looks like a good place to put a city. More importantly, we're going to have archery soon. This is going to let us build a powerful defensive unit. We could also build diseased corpses. I mean... why not? Sure. Start summoning the diseased corpses. Also, we're going to build another city. We now have archery. Archers are quite powerful defensively. Yeah, I think having calendars so I can get farmers would probably be a good idea. And I could build a hero unit for the Ashen Vale. Rosier the Fallen. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Sure. The sooner we get our hero unit, the better. Hero units just passively gain experience. Even if they're not doing anything. And... boom. Alright, we ran out of gold in the treasury, so it automatically put our science funding down to 90%. So we're now netting 1 gold per turn, which is fine. Reef Watch is doing a bit better now. Settler, this is where you're going to be on this narrow strip of land. So we will call this Stripland. And the first thing I want you to build is a monument. Oh, dang, that's a sea serpent. Oh, hold on. Wild spider den. Okay. Get the scouts there immediately. And they might be able to stop any spiders from spawning. Oh, okay, they are really putting together their forces now. Okay. They're still not moving in to attack. Lets you build farmers? I don't... use farmers to spread Farmers Guild in your cities. I don't know what that is. Is this... oh, okay. Does Farmers Guild just work like the corporations in the base game? No, I think my civics are okay for now. But mining would be a useful technology to have. Okay, the spiders spawned. Or maybe they spawned because I stepped on it? I don't really know. This city is now 95% sham by culture. I am absolutely dominating in the war for cultural influence. Astrologers report that the Burnt Wings has moved into prominence. The constellation is sacred to Baal, and your prophets predict it signals the coming of a long, dry summer. We are doing really good. Rumors tell of a Calibim unit that has been torturing enemy prisoners. Frankly, they probably love that. The governor of Harbinger has been assassinated. The assassin also tried to kill the governor's 12-year-old son. Fortunately, the house gardener got the boy out of the house and hid him on the grounds until the assassin was caught and the guards had the estate back under control. Who should we appoint to lead the city? The boy could take up his father's position. The gardener showed cunning and bravery in his protection of the boy. I will make him the city's new governor. Allow the people of the city to elect their own governor, or allow the church to decide who should lead the city. The 12 years old is pretty young. I think I'm just going to let the people elect their own. Skeleton, if you wouldn't mind traveling there quickly, please. No, Scout, if you could please go back. Duskbringer 2. I don't think these guys can survive an attack by the Beast Man. They might, though, because they do have a 25% defensive bonus, plus extra strength, plus they've got plus 40% against melee units. Okay, the Beastmen are trying. Okay, we won. That's fine. Skeleton, go ahead and move back. Fortify. Fortify. We are doing pretty good. The real issue, though, is this war. Calibim. I will give you my world map. Duskbringer, yes, just go ahead and hold that. Skeleton, hold the line. We are done researching mining. The blessings of the earth are holy gifts from Kilmorph, and it is not only our privilege, but also our sacred duty to seek these blessings, remove them from their rocky confines, and use them to improve our lives. Osmand Rockspittle, Mining Supervisor. Bronze working would be helpful. Let's just go with animal husbandry for now. Okay, we've discovered a copper source. Ooh, a copper source right near Stripland. That is wonderful. Let's going pretty well. The problem is that they are building up a lot of forces. But so far, they haven't done any attacks. Reef Watch is about to get bigger, though. So the construction of Rosier the Fallen may accelerate. Currently, it's still 22 turns away. Sure would be nice if the Caliban were going to help me. Oh. Masonry might be good. Here's Murris the Clan Lord. I might actually be able to take out Murris. At the very least, we can definitely get some damage on him with our skeleton. Oh god, they are absolutely about to die. They are very, very injured. I have an over 99.9% chance of beating him with this scout. So that gets rid of this clan lord that's been wandering around our lands for quite some time. Hopefully moving a spot closer doesn't provoke them. Okay, they did move in a scout. Strength upgrade. I now have the upgraded skeleton, the one that actually has the mobility 1 promotion. Let's just go with extra strength. We get masonry in 4 turns. We get a diseased corpse in 11. We get Rosier the Fallen in 19 turns. But also Reef Watch now has a point of unhealthy to it. Ah, Shielba from the Clan of Embers. Do not confuse us with our wild brothers. We are both more civilized and more deadly. So the Clan of Embers are basically an orc clan. It's not really clear from the way she looks, but yeah, they're an orc clan. We are doing pretty good. Okay, so the scouts are definitely rat folk. I mean, would you like to make peace? There shall be no peace until our warriors have had their fill. Great. Oh, what the hell happened over here? Okay, someone summoned a bunch of skeletons. Barbarians, by the look of it. That's kind of weird. I have the second most cultured civilization in the world. Just after the clan of barbarian orcs, which is weird. Yeah, I think it's time for bronze working, so we can cut down forests. We're close to being able to get a diseased corpse. Diseased corpses are going to be quite strong at this early stage of the game. We're also going to turn off show enemy moves. The borders of Reef Watch expanded again, so that's even good. Nagarond is now 97% Shiam, which is great. And we are doing a good job pushing back against their cultural boundaries. They're not really improving their military much, though. 3 turns away for the diseased corpses, 11 turns away for Rogier the Fallen. Astrologers report that the Blazing Sword has moved into prominence. This constellation is sacred to Kemulos, and your prophets warn against attempting diplomacy during this period. Oh, they have a settler. What on earth are you planning to do with that settler? Alright, we have trained a diseased corpse. Let's get a worker built. Stripland got a monument. Let's start bringing Duskbringers. Actually, yeah, you guys need to start working on Duskbringers too. Okay, diseased corpse. So, it's got 6 total strength, 4 base plus 2 death. It's also got immune to death damage, immune to fear. And the corpse flies. Gives allies... Okay. Gives allies 0.4 unhealth in enemy cities within 1 tiles. So we're actually going to move the diseased corpse over this way. Yes, I know that this city is not doing well. I am going to fix it. You are not exploring over there. Very good. Okay. So, attacking in gives me 5.4% odds, which is not good. But we did get bronze working, so we can build pyre zombies. Plus 10% city attack, plus 20% versus melee units. Plus 1 fire combat. That actually sounds really good. Let's get sanitation so we can remove jungles. And we've got a skeleton here with strength upgrade and strength upgrade. Okay, so some of the terrain just changed here. That's fine. We're 3 turns away from Rogier the Fallen. We are doing okay. There we go. Turn 166. Tebran Arbandi has created Rogier the Fallen. Rogier will only join at the Ashen Vale civilizations. Rogier used to be a knight in the service of the Order, but has since fallen into serving the Vale. The reason for his fall is unknown. Congratulations, you've trained your first mounted unit, Rogier the Fallen, in Reef Watch. These units can move farther per turn than regular units, allowing them to wreak havoc behind enemy lines. And now I want you to start building pyre zombies. So, Rogier the Fallen. Hero units. The big one here is that they get 1 XP per turn until they hit 100 experience. They also have a 25% chance to avoid bad layer results. They can't get deadly mishaps, and they suffer 80% less collateral damage, and they have a 20% to resist spells. Oh, I can actually cast Ignite Pyre in my own cities to create pyre zombies. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. Rogier, I want you to join the attack on Nagarand. First, we are going to get you that. Okay. And we've nearly got some new Duskbringers. So, I have a 99.9% chance of winning a fight against this spot with Rogier. We are going to move a skeleton and a Duskbringer over here as well before we attack. Just so that if they counterattack the spot, I will be able to hold them back. That looks fine. Go ahead and work on building a worker. Summon a skeleton. Alright, Rogier. Yes, take out this scout. Good. Okay, Rogier took some damage, but he's okay. Duskbringer, head on in. Alright, so Rogier, we are going to give him a bonus against melee units. So now he can go for an over 99% attack. Very good. We've also got a skeleton, which is just going to stay put there. This skeleton is going to join the assault. Okay, Rogier is going to get another upgrade. And attack again. 99.4% chance of success. Very good, Rogier. Duskbringer, go ahead and hold the line. Diseased Corpse has a 33% chance. We're not going to pull the pin on that one just yet. We've got Duskbringer over here. That's good. Go ahead and build an Elder Council. Rogier leveled up again. So we're going to have them heal faster. 99.7% odds. Hero units level up real damn quick. Duskbringer. Very good. Skeleton. Diseased Corpse has a 75% chance. Oh! I created a great person now. Taberner Bondi has created Bradaline, the Great Sage. Imagine a world where everything changes to match the state of your mind, where evidence never pushes back against your theories, where your every thought is correct simply because you think it so. Oh, he's a politician. Got it. Can there be any better definition of hell for a man of learning? Okay. Let's go for first strike chances. We're going to let the diseased corpse take the first run, 71.2%. Oh. I also created a great commander just now. You think I planned that? Okay, that's kind of awesome. Skeleton. 70% chance. Rogier over a 99% chance. I mean, I wanted to end this war. I wanted this war to end a while ago. And they just didn't want to work with me on that. Okay, I lost a skeleton. That's fine. We'll just summon another one. And we have captured Nagarond. And we are absolutely keeping it. Oh, great. Barbarian spawned. I hate when they do that. Rogier, go ahead and move in. Okay, so Great Sage. We can teleport him to my capital. Okay, so the big choice is between having him join one of my cities to give +1 production, +6 science, and +1 birth rate. Or I can have him join a city to create a building that increases science production by 50%. I think 50% science increase in Reef Watch is really damn good. Now, the Great Commander, on the other hand, I think I kind of want him over here with Rogier. Can he do anything there? Rogier, assign the commander to be the commander of Rogier the Fallen. Yes. So that's pretty damn cool. So we're going to have everyone fortify here. I also got 2 workers from capturing this, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, you're fine. And Great Sage, go ahead and build the academy to massively boost my science production. Sure. Alright, so as far as all the units here, upgrades, upgrades, and fortify. So there's a Savage Ruins here. I basically control this continent now. So first thing I definitely want is an herbalist, because we are not particularly healthy here. Herbalist gives +2 health. Pyre Zombie, you're just going to head here. Okay, Rogier. That's all fine. This Duskbringer, I want to go back to defend Nagarond. There we go. And the rest of the units, we're going to move out. Cool. You guys started this war. Now I'm gonna finish it. This is all you. You are all responsible for this. Okay, Rogier hit enough experience to get another promotion. And we're going to have them explore the lair. Such horrors lie within the lair, your unit may never be the same again. Oh god, what happened to them? Crazed. Crap. That is really bad. Okay, so they have a 3% chance each turn to get the enraged promotion. That is super bad. That is super... There is not a worse thing I could have on a hero. Enraged. Enraged. Unit is allowed to make attacks, +1 movement range, plus 60% strength, minus 40% defensive strength, removed after combat, removes human control and feral when acquired. Yeah. It basically just causes them to wander around and attack randomly. Which is about the worst possible thing that could have happened. Sanitation. According to the clergy, purity of spirit will shield you from all kinds of diseases and hardships. Personally, I believe purity of body might be a bit more crucial in this regard. Rinyasin, Herbalist. Lets me build Succubus, really? Okay. Building Succubus. That is fascinating. Okay. Pyre Zombie team up with the main unit. We are going for their capital. All units. They've got a lot of defenders here. Holy crap. Okay, they have... Wow. 13.5 strength. Rogier, go ahead and pick off these ones. We're gonna need a lot more strength. Oh, boy. Damn. Okay. The people of Harbinger claim to have found a witch. They want you to order her execution. If we do, they get happier. I mean, you know, we're here to bring about the apocalypse. Sure, go ahead and kill the witch. Your Darsinger was fired at by Kiratot Archer? What? What the hell does that mean? I think it means we should all retreat a space away. We're doing pretty good. And I still probably am going to have free access to the rest of the entire continent. Shilba has created Rantine, or Rantine. Rantine is a powerful early weapon against any enemies of the Clan of Embers, and a great tool against their allies. With his ability to convert barbarian cities if he is the strongest unit in it. Okay, that's interesting. We trained another worker. I think... we do have fish. We've also gained access to copper. I need to start thinking about my spells here. Let's see. Because Fireball, I think, is the level 2? Yeah, okay. The ocean. She's a dangerous wench. She will give you everything you need. Your freedom, your food, your livelihood. But catch her on a bad day and she will snatch it all back. Rigar your fisherman. Let's work on smelting. And... how about... lighthouse? Extra food on water tiles? That sounds good. Okay. Rogier... we need 40% against archery units. That's better, but still not enough to win. Okay. They've got that one archer is an absolute menace. We absolutely have to have more power. We built our herbalist, so Reef Watch is healthy again. And... I think it's time to build an adept. And let's get an Elder Council there. So I have Dimensional, Chaos, and Death mana. Dimensional, Chaos, and Death mana. Dimensional one allows the Escape spell, which teleports to Capital. That's actually pretty decent. What is the Chaos one? Dance of Blades. Dance of Blades promotion. Okay. And Dance of Blades is 1 extra first strike and a 100% chance. Okay. So that would give an advantage. I don't remember what actually being with a great commander actually accomplishes. Great Commander. Okay, it increases the rate at which it gains experience points. Seems like the big takeaway there. Oh! Okay, we've reached 10% on the Armageddon counter. Hear me, mortals, and heed me well. Whispers of forgotten lore have found my ears. The currents of time flow through my veins with every beat of my heart, and bear visions of death and despair. As the wickedness of man takes hold of him, darkness will start to engulf his world. At first, he will see nothing. Only a few of the most gifted will even sense the change. The world will go on as it has, for a time, but the seed of its downfall has been sown. Excellent. Also, astrologers report that the Scales has moved into prominence. This constellation is sacred to Dagda and signals a good period to make agreements and sign treaties. Cool. Yeah, everybody just fortify on the spot. We are doing pretty damn good, all things considered. Shilba has created Vagon of Lugus, a great prophet. Oh, crap! No, he got the enraged! He got the enraged! No, you fool! It's alright. It's alright. He went into combat. He's back. It's okay. Okay, is there anything I can do to remove enraged? Like something with life mana. I don't know, heal, restore. Is there anything? I don't know if there's anything I can do to stop that. Rogier is probably going to end up dying because of that damned effect. Okay, workers. Yes, we're going to increase your work rate. Increase work rate. Increase work rate. Increase work rate. Increase work rate. Teberin is the 5th most powerful in the world. Let's start working on a Temple of the Veil. Rogier... Oh. Oh, hold on. They actually moved out some units. I can probably take down this whole stack. Pyre Zombie, you're up. Yeah, we literally took corpses, set them on fire, and had them start attacking our enemies. That's how badass we are. Very good, and skeleton. Excellent. And move back, because you have 2 movement. And Rogier still has 2 movement, so we can move him back onto the main stack. They are absolutely going to capture this guy. A great mediator has offered to arbitrate our grievances with the Kyriatat Empire. This opens the door to a possible peace treaty. Do you wish to end the war? No, not really. First off, Rogier. Let's give even more strength for you. And yeah, let's just go ahead and finish up this turn. And then call it for this episode. Pyre Zombie. With bonus against archery units. Go, my flaming corpse. Alright. Skeleton, move in. Very good. Yeah, I think the rest of them are okay. Alright. So, we just let this turn start. And that is going to be it for this first episode of Quill Attempts to Destroy the World. All in all, I think I'm doing a pretty good job starting out. I just need to wipe these guys off the map, and then I can probably stay at peace with the Caliban. Like, they can have this whole stretch of continent. I don't care about it. And I can limit my cultural growth so that I don't, like, really press in on their cities. And unless someone else has managed to slip by and take it over, all the rest of this continent is basically just mine, which is fantastic. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all on the next one.